Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'll be showing the team I'm using for the raid boss, and it's a low level team, requires no mythics whatsoever. Apparently we have to use troops from the Wild Plains Kingdom to defeat the raid boss, but when we start it we'll see that's not actually correct. We're actually restricted to Zaijin, which is a little bit weird, and not Wild Plains at all. Right, the important thing in this team is to have at least one Hellcackle. You only need one. And the other teams are going to have 2 times King Gobtruffle, who deals damage to all enemies, then creates a mix of green and brown gems, and gains the obligatory Goblin extra turn. And we're going for Essence of Evil, just because it's a superb weapon, inflicts all negative status effects on an enemy, and explodes a load of gems of their mana colour. So we restrict the enemy we cast on, they can't do any damage to us, they can't collect mana, they can't do anything, and they're going to be death marked, hunter's mark, everything. And it's a mana generator too, so absolutely love that weapon. Class wise we're going for Archer because we get a nice 50% start with mana, and we also get a really nice third trait as well, 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal, which is important on the later levels. On the champion talents, the main things there are to have Root Trap, entangling the first enemy at the start, and Nature's Aura, which creates a leaf storm at the start of the battle, which is important for us and the Gobtruffles. Now, Hellcackle, if you're not aware, is really important because this Godslayer trait deals 3 to 5 times skull damage versus bosses based on my ascension. Zul'Goth is a boss, so he will be susceptible to that extra damage. That's on skulls on the trait, but it's part of the spell as standard. So deal damage to an enemy, and if they are a boss, deal 3 to 5 times damage based on my ascensions and gain an extra turn. So really good and really important to have one of those. Now, you can guarantee yourself one by going to the shop and buying up to the 2nd tier. The 1st tier will cost you 30 gems, but there's no guaranteed Hellcackle there. But on the 2nd tier, which will cost you another 60 gems, so 90 total, you're guaranteed one Hellcackle. So you'll get that extra damage based on him, so that's really worth doing if you do not have him already. If you've got the gems, I would also recommend the 3rd tier as well. It's a pretty cool weapon there. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by Zaijin allies, then creates a mix of 6 green and brown gems for each Zaijin ally. Now, I'm not going to use this weapon in this team because we've got King Gobtruffle doing a very similar spell, but he does damage to all the enemies, where this does damage to just one. And Gobtruffle creates a load of green and brown as well, so that's massive overkill on that because we don't actually have a brown troop in the team. So we ignore that weapon and stick to good old Essence of Evil. Now, I've done the first few fights already because they're super easy. It's just a case of literally collecting green or blue and then explode and then casting a Gobtruffle, and the games are over in literally seconds. So I've done the first few already just to save literally about 20 minutes of not that exciting fights at the beginning, I would say. Now, you see our Hellcackle is already charged. He's all ready to cast, so we're going to get that extra damage. We'll bung this on Zul'Goth absolutely straight away. Always fire it on him straight away, and it's 180 damage in my case, and just wiped him out in one hit because he's ascended all the way to Mythic, so I get 5 times the damage from the standard 43. Right, so now we just got to charge up Gobtruffle and sort the rest of them out. And they tend to charge each other a lot, so by the time I've got the extra turns and cast the other ones, the other team is going to be obliterated. One important thing on this is to notice the Essence of Evil on Zul'Goth. You'll notice he's invulnerable, so don't get tempted or waste your cast of Essence of Evil on Zul'Goth. Just show that quickly. The middle trait there, invulnerable, immune to all status effects, devour, mana drain, transform, lycanthropy, and lethal damage. So Essence of Evil will not work on him, it will just be as if nothing happened. So don't get tempted to put it on him if it's ready to go and you don't have Hellcackle quite ready to be charged. The great thing about Essence of Evil is as well, if you use a turn putting it on that last troop there, because they get Hunter's Mark and Fairy Fire, all those extra damaging things, that enhances what King Gobtruffle does, so it makes it even worse. It's always good to put it on the first or second enemy as well, depending upon their health levels. Or if the third enemy is particularly dangerous, then chuck it on them as well. These first stages, these early stages, even these stages now are not that tough really, especially with Essence of Evil just shutting anything down. Like the first troop is entangled already, so they can't do any damage to us. His spell is not that great, that monkey thing. Ragnagord is actually far more dangerous here. His spell is actually pretty decent, so we'll throw that onto him. Ragnagord's spell normally explodes a lot more gems than that, but now Essence of Evil is on him. His magic's been reduced to 0, and that amount of magic that he had would have been the extra gems he would have been able to explode. Right, so we'll use our Hellcackle now to hit it on Zul'Goth. Always good to get rid of him as soon as possible. I'll show you what I mean now about putting Essence of Evil on somebody else as well. Now, ordinarily, I'll do 36 to all enemies, but now it'll be more. Now it's like 54 to the ones that have got Essence of Evil on them, so this means that they're wiped out extra fast. And that's pretty much all you do with this team. It's like make sure you get Hellcackle charged. That's probably where the first tier of the shop is actually quite handy. It's only 30 gems, and start with a Potion of Enchantment absolutely means... Press the wrong button. Oh, got thrown out, something happened. Absolutely means that Hellcackle gets charged nice and quick, which is really what you want. You do not want that Zul'Goth having a chance to cast, because he's pretty damaging. It kills one of our troops absolutely outright and creates 12 skulls as well, which often means a second death at the same time. 2 deaths is not good. And where we've got that extra Potion of Explosion, we get a instant benefit. We'll throw that on them. Hellcackle is ready to go already, so always use that nice and early. Put it on Zul'Goth, because it depends upon your level as well. You may have to cast Hellcackle twice if you haven't got it ascended to Mythic. Like if you've got an early one, for example, that's only doing 3 times damage, you will have to hit Zul'Goth for that twice at later levels. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward right now still. Just do a few more levels because it's pretty much self-explanatory, and it's a dead easy team to use. Fast start on Essence of Evil. See now, if you've got, like I have here, you've got Essence of Evil and Hellcackle ready to go at the same time, grab the extra turn first, and I would, if you need to hit Zul'Goth twice, I'd use Hellcackle absolutely straight away. You do, like I've got to hit him twice now, look, he's not even dead yet, so when you put Essence of Evil on someone and you explode their mana colour, have a quick look around, see which the colours which you're going to benefit from most, because it explodes that amount of gems of their mana colour. This troop here uses red and yellow, and there's loads of red and yellow there, so we'll cast it on them, explode on them, that generates a load of mana for everybody, and now we've got Hellcackle ready again. We don't actually need to cast him because Gobtruffle is going to do the damage anyway. And he's charged himself up easily enough, and the game is over. But now, even with 5 times Ascension to my Hellcackle, I'm in the zone of having to cast Hellcackle twice, or at least just once, and then have bonus damage from the Gobtruffles. But the idea is still the same. Nice handy wild card there. Like now, I've got Essence of Evil, I would throw it on the person that's ready to cast. It shuts them down, they can't cast their spell. And that is super handy. Now the casting of... Actually, we've got the second Essence of Evil. That will speed things up because the first troop isn't there dead. Well, he will be dead in a minute. And we'll throw this Essence of Evil on the second troop there. They've been killed immediately. So we get the bonus damage now from the Gobtruffles because of the Essence of Evil. Pardon me. And that is it. Nice easy team to use. Goes through the stages pretty quickly. On low level troops, pretty much everybody should have Gob Truffle. He's dead easy to get from the underworld. Oh, I missed a massive brown one there in the middle. Never mind. See, this is very important now to make sure you get Hellcackle charged. Because there Zul'Goth is underway. He's got like 27 to go yet, but you'd be surprised how quickly some troops can charge sometimes. So what I'll do now, I would use the Gob Truffles first because they get an extra turn anyway, and if you're lucky they can just keep on going anyway. Keep on getting extra turn after extra turn themselves. See, with green and brown there, we want to make sure we explode a lot of green and brown, which that one is, but they're ready to cast. No, I'm going to put it on them. I'm going to guarantee we get a load of mana generation. Now we can keep on casting the Gob Truffles if you want, just to, well, we've got all these 3 extra turns, and that's reduced Zul'Goth down to a one shot again with Hellcackle. Alright, I'll just do this one because, yeah, it's just basically rinse and repeat. The theory is exactly the same. It just gets a little bit more complicated when you have to cast Zul'Goth twice. Not cast Zul'Goth twice, that'd be horrible. Hellcackle even. See, we've not got an extra turn now, and we've got no way of charging our troops up, so we'll cast Hellcackle once on Zul'Goth because he's... Oh, that managed to one-shot him, that was handy. Didn't think that would. Must have done some damage already. Oh yeah, from Gob Truffle. So basically, depending upon your ascensions on Hellcackle, you may have to cast Gob Truffle once or twice and Hellcackle once. Obviously, it's going to vary for each person. But the theory is still the same. You don't actually have to charge Hellcackle twice. Just make sure you hit Zul'Goth with it once, and then for a long, long time, Gob Truffle will be able to do the rest without any shadow of a doubt. Right, so I'm going to make this the last one, and as ever, if you enjoyed the video, it'd be cool if you liked and subscribed because it really does help. Let's hit Gothy Boy with it. And we'll throw that on the person who is nearest to be able to cast a spell. And we're one cast of Gob Truffle away from being able to kill the Zul'Goth again. And we'll chuck that on them because they're near casting. No point putting it on Zul'Goth because he's invulnerable. But now he's gone too. Grab this big bunch of green and cast Gob Truffle to end the round. Right, I think that'll do for this video. There's plenty there, and you get all your rewards afterwards. Loads of different rewards. The higher you go, the generally better they get. I've undone up to there, like not many to go before you get to the end. But yeah, there's a video. If you liked it and enjoyed it and all that jazz, be cool if you hit the like and subscribe button. And thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye for now.